know who I am. Yeah, you know who I am. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. Yeah, you can feel it coming. It's fake love, that snake you in your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it.
Salute, 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 salute. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. It's your brother, Big Aboriginal Power. We got another Sunday's bill for y'all, man. We're going to get into some conversations with the brother Aboriginal Power, the one and only, man, the Copper Grizzly, man, the hood journalist, the hood scientist. Y'all know the names of the man of the many titles. What's the word? Turds. Man, how y'all feeling out there this beautiful evening? Hopefully everybody's had a fantastic day. Don't y'all all go speaking in the chat at once. Hopefully you and your family had a fantastic, blissful, and productive day. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to all my FBA brothers and sisters. Shout out to all my Aboriginal brothers and sisters. And most importantly, shout out to my niggas. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to my niggas. And man, let's get right into it, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Before we get right into it, I do want to take the time out to shout out some of the family members that took their time out to shout me out in this beautiful, beautiful live stream and discussion we're going to have tonight. Shout out to Rising Aborigine, Ms. Ariel, Only the Wise, Kelly Green, Boot Camp, XL Raisin Bear, Humble Up, and Bronze Bird is in the building with us. Always a blessing to see the family in here rocking it with us. If we can get y'all to give us a quick share on your social media outlets, real quick, give us a quick share. For those that's listening in on Twitter, give us a quick retweet, family. Hashtag Aboriginal Power, hashtag Tether Awareness, okay? Make sure you hashtag when you share this, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you put a quote, hashtag Aboriginal Power, hashtag Tether Awareness. All right. Now, shout out to all my Aborigines that's listening in on the platform. Y'all know we recently was hit with a copyright strike. That's why I was really chilling for the last few days, really just doing the small uploads and things of that nature. They got me shadow banned again, in other words, man. We're shadow banned. So in order to get past the shadow banning, in order to work through the algorithm, I'm going to need all the family members, all the real ones, all the day ones, all the ones that's on code to share this live stream and to hit that like button. It's important for you to smack the thumbs up button. Go ahead and like the video, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. FBAs are finding their Aboriginal indigenous lineage, man. Shout out to my brothers and sisters. Delineation has sparked the conversation about who are we culturally, ethnically, and racially classification, detaching from the false presumption that we all came from Africa, that we all have African lineage, and that we're all African by forfeit or virtue, has been a ridiculous statement or claim within the historical community, and it is an overall fallacy, and it has been debunked with each and every one of you guys that has done the personal research of genealogy, finding out your indigenous lineage, heritage, and bloodline has literally changed the directory of the way history is perceived. We know for a fact that majority, and I'm going to go on the record and say 98% of the so-called Black Americans are, in fact, the true indigenous Americans of this land. They are the Aboriginal. They are the quote-unquote American Indian, the indigenous Untanchans of this land. And so we're here to bring credence to that. And it's a beautiful thing to see my Aboriginal and FBA brothers kind of really focusing in and dumping into that history, which is something that I find very appreciative, with me being one of the main voices in the Aboriginal indigenous community, allocating to the whole movement, being able to give people the understanding and the ability to be able to understand who they are, to be able to have the confidence, to be able to have the history, the innovations, the inventions to go along with some of the history. So shout out to everybody that's in the building that's rocking out. Hit that like button. And if y'all got any questions, the call-in number is on the screen. Let me put that on there. So the call-in number is on the screen. So for those that don't want to hit the link directly, you can call in at 916-587-9293. You can call me at 916-587-9293. So we're going to get back into more of this conversation and how they're finding their indigenous lineage. I want you guys to drop your city and state. If you know your tribe, drop your tribe. What's your tribe, little nigga? Let me know how y'all feel.
What's your set? What's your tribe? What's your gang? What's your tribe? What's your set? What's your gang? What's your tribe? What's your set? What's your gang?
Hey, V. Line
Say,
up.
what's your tribe, little nigga? What's your tribe, little nigga? Pressure apply, little nigga. When we slide, little nigga. If you a $5 nigga, don't get tried, little nigga. What's your tribe, little nigga? What's your tribe, little nigga? Pressure apply, little nigga. When we slide, little nigga. If you a $5 nigga, don't get tried, little nigga. It's a sleeve down movement, we ain't jabbing shit. But if niggas want box, then we jabbing shit. Uncivilized, we be on some savage shit. And if you disrespect this shit, it could get tragic quick. Boy, we smoking on that wop, that's that Walter Platt. Edgar Hoover in the wood and we ain't coughing yet. If you a NA nigga, then you not a threat. If you a AA nigga, you get my respect. Aboriginal, all our ops pitiful. Colonize your mind, then they act like they got rid of you. Truth come to the light, they'll fuck around and finish you. Copper color Indian, the proof is individual. I said the proof is individual. SOE. Shit is getting critical. Better mask up, nigga, or be been a fool. And it's still trap gang, you know that been a crew. A alpha male don't just provide, little nigga. He create governments and get supply, little nigga. All that marching ain't gon' work. You ain't tired, little nigga. Quick the G, check that nigga like, what's your tribe, little nigga? What's your tribe, little nigga? What's your tribe, little nigga? Pressure apply, little nigga. When we slide, little nigga. If you a $5 nigga, don't get tried, little nigga. What's your tribe, little nigga? What's your tribe, little nigga? Pressure apply, little nigga. When we slide, little nigga. If you a $5 nigga, don't get tried, little nigga.
Never have no tent on them, come from where we come from. Copper ain't your nature, this ain't your land, this ain't your nation. They say we lost our language when we went through simulation. Y'all went through simulation, how the fuck y'all know the language? This to mirror, fuck these natives. Atlantis till we vanish. First on Turtle Island, still the first ones on this planet. They talk on the net, but if we met, they show they panties. When it come to action, bitch, we slide like Michael Jackson. Bullets playing tag, this ain't no Facebook post. They was damn bad before they came to the coast. Crackers turn to jackers, all our friends became foes. 100 years later, back on top of you hoes. Like, what's your tribe, little nigga?
What's your tribe, little nigga? Pressure apply, little nigga. When we slide, little nigga. If you a $5 nigga, don't get tried, little nigga. What's your tribe, little nigga? What's your tribe, little nigga? Pressure apply, little nigga. When we slide, little nigga. If you a $5 nigga, don't get tried, little nigga.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Hey, for those that want to know, where can I find that song? I know a lot of people always ask me, where can they find that song? And I tell y'all guys this all the time. That is a big Aboriginal Power exclusive. That's not even out on the internet. It's not nowhere. You can only hear it right here. And I think I put it on Smoke Channel so he can play it whenever. But yeah, we're the only two people on the internet besides the people that actually made the songs. You know, it's kind of like a BAP exclusive, you know what I'm saying? And we got a couple other BAP exclusives, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody in the building. If y'all ready for that big Aboriginal Power Indigenous mixtape, American or Nothing mixtape, you know what I'm saying? The return of the Ancient Bloodlines mixtape, let me know, man. I will bring back some Aboriginal fire music for the family to really be able to bump throughout the winter. Shout out to everybody, man. If y'all just let me know. Y'all gotta get in the comment section. Y'all gotta hit the live. Y'all gotta express yourself. I don't be knowing what y'all be wanting. Y'all don't talk to me. Y'all don't talk to your cousin back. You know what I mean? Y'all be expecting for me to already know what's in y'all minds. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how y'all even figure that one, but it be seeming like that at least. You know, but we're to the nitty-gritty of things, man. The Aboriginal people of America has woken up. The people of Atlantis, the people that they so-called ancient Egyptians, the so-called Tartarians is the ancient spirit of the Americas, and us truly identifying and recognizing who we are has been one of the biggest things that the world have even witnessed. We're taking the world by a storm just by the amount of people that's waking up off of the information, whether it's through via Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. The information is spreading like a wildfire. And so without you guys that's listening, yeah, I'm talking about you guys that's listening. Yeah, even though I don't shout you out, I'm talking about you guys. I appreciate you guys, man. Keep doing the work, keep doing the due diligence, keep spreading the knowledge and awareness of who we are as indigenous peoples, as Aboriginal peoples of the world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got any questions for your brother Bappington? Because when we get into these conversations, man, we got to be real. The Fba'S is now merging with the Aboriginal movement. I got to ask ourselves, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing for the overall so-called foundational black people that's from America to merge in with the perspective of the Aboriginal peoples of America? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I want you guys to get into the live comment and in the regular comment section and let Big Aboriginal Power know so we can continue this dialogue even after this live stream is over with. Me personally, I believe that it's a good thing. Yeah, my nigga, I believe that it's a motherfucking good thing based off of, because at the end of the day, they are peoples. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like we looking at a whole different perspective that's unpronounced to us. It ain't like it's a whole different perspective that's not, you know what I mean, unique to our situations. You see what I'm saying? This is a situation that is, it's a situation that is needed. Us being able to go into this history, us being able to go into this lineage, us being able to spread knowledge on the brothers and sisters that maybe once thought that they was from Africa, that maybe thought once that they were from Morocco, or that maybe thought once that they were from other places, would be crazy. You see what I'm saying? So to acknowledge that and to understand that is a beautiful thing. You see what I'm saying? So to shout out to all my FBA brothers. Shout out to everybody in the business. Somebody says it's a good thing. They must fall in line. Yeah, I think we all got to fall in line. There's no seniority here. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Aboriginal information, there's going to be brothers in the Aboriginal field that happens to have a little more knowledge that can probably embrace the teachings of what we're trying to convey with some of the brothers that's new. And there's going to be things that we're going to learn from some of the new brothers, perspective, understanding, ideologies, maybe even from a foreigner standpoint to how they perceive things. So when it's each one, it should be teach one. And that's one of the perspectives that we got to be able to come with. And me as one of the voices, not the voice, but one of the voices of the Aboriginal community, I feel like it's my duty to be able to meet people where they are, to be able to not neglect them based off of them not having the said information that I have. I cannot reject them based because they identify as a term that I might seem not suitable for our people. So as a brother that comes with a proper perspective that is wanting to use my conveyance, my body, my voice, my mind, my word, thought, my understanding for the ancestors, it's only right that I don't sugarcoat anything for the family. I got to give it to y'all raw and uncut. You understand me? Straight off the meat rack. You see what I'm saying? America is not only the motherland, because we all know that America has never been referred to as the motherland. So I'm not even going to start calling it the motherland, because the place that we call the motherland is a proper place. The place that we call the motherland is the place that we call Africa. You see what I'm saying? The place that we call the motherland is actually Africa. And so a lot of people may not understand that it has always been equated to the motherland. But to take this thing to a whole nother level, to show some seniority, to show some reverence, to give credence to where other people looked up to before they became a mother, you got to deal with the grandmother land. You see what I'm saying? And America is the grandmother land. You know, as far as my FBA brothers and sisters and my indigenous brothers and sisters, I want y'all guys to get acquainted with one another. I want y'all to understand that the whole reason that I hope that you're spreading the knowledge of being indigenous, to being American Indian, to being Aboriginal to this land, I'm hoping that the reason that you get out religiously and talk about it and express your lineage is to hopefully wake up someone that doesn't understand. Maybe a FBA, maybe an ADOS, maybe just a regular nigga in the hood is what our words is hopefully going to be able to penetrate through their soul to get them to spark that interest, that path to be able to walk and search for knowledge itself. And throughout our delineation, you know what I'm saying, that we've been getting on with, and shout out to the family that has been delineating. If you've been delineating, put some grizzly bears in the chat. Put them copper grizzly bears in the chat, or drop some fire emojis to let me know that you are a part of the delineation movement. You see what I'm saying? And one of the most crucial parts about delineating is that we're now focusing on a said group of people that happens to look like our people that is not our people. You understand me? Let me say it one more time. I said we've been focusing on a set group of people that look like our people that ain't our people. These are what we call tethers. And I'm starting to see the disappearing, the slowly decline of tethers within our community. Okay. And I believe that delineation has been one of the main forward progresses to removing these tethers amongst us. They're no longer able to talk on behalf of us, sneak into our conversations. So with us being active and setting pro sale to what's going on, we're able to stop hidden agendas that's stopping the forward progress of the overall in general of our people. You know, Black, Aboriginal, American Indian, indigenous, niggas. We got a goal to being able to have some type of political footing. And if you don't have that in part of your goals, what are you doing, family? One of your main overall goals, one of the first goals you should be trying to establish for you, your family, friends, and associates is economic footing. That's going to be one of the main fundamental practices and establishments that us as a people is going to have to guarantee to have. Hopefully you guys are keeping up with what I'm trying to say here. So what I'm trying to say is that going out and speaking on these certain behalves, I would like to see a lot of our brothers being a little more vocal. I would like to see the conversation lead back into the history. The eyes are here. The family are listening. They're doing their research. Genealogy has been one of the biggest uplifts, and lineage has been one of the biggest talked about things amongst our people. Okay? But what I have seen in the midst of us locking in with our FBA brothers, delineating from Tethers. I've seen a decline in Aboriginal indigenous information. I've seen a weak effort, a weak stride effort to maintain the integrity of information that has been pursued and that has been conveyed throughout this community. Within the last few years, and I brought this up several times within the last year and a half, I've seen a dramatic decline in indigenous American Indian Aboriginal information. Now, I don't know why is the case, but we got to be real with some things. I don't think that you guys even do enough research. I think you guys are more the regurgitated type. A lot of you guys are not real researchers. I'm going to say that again. A lot of you guys know a lot. I'm not going to take that away from you guys. Some of you guys are absolutely brilliant people, but you lack the research. You do a lot of regurgitating, you do a lot of remembering, and a lot of reciting. It's not really doing your own research, being able to look at something, read between the lines, give discernment on it, cross-reference it, and compare it to skeptics. You know what I'm saying? That's what real research is to constantly run your stuff through the ringer, hoping that your information is solid enough to stand the test of time. So what I want to encourage you guys to do, and I've gave you guys the opportunity to reach out to me at any given time, to drop your information. And if you guys want to build on any type of information, even though you might not have a platform, maybe not, you don't even have the channel to reach a certain group of people, what I would like for you to do is reach out to Big Aboriginal Power via the phone number that's on the screen, via email, social media. Hit me up. Yo, Big Aboriginal Power, bro. I respect you. I've been rocking with your channel. I've been dedicating my time to doing some research. I don't really have a channel that's going to really impact nothing. Do you mind if I come on and do a show on your channel? Absolutely. We'll lock in the date, we'll lock in the time, and we'll have this thing run and set up properly so you can be able to convey and display all your research to the family, because that's what we like to hear. We're here to support you. We're here to motivate you. We're here to uplift you. You see what I'm saying? And I'm here, and I've been dropping information continuously, even though I've not been going live as much. Like I said, I had a copyright strike, but I've dropped a couple big bangers, but I'm no longer dropping no more information on this channel. Just like off the wham. I'm not going to say I'm not going to drop it anymore. I'm just not going to drop it on the humbug. I'm just not going to drop it haphazardly. I'm going to be strategically dedicating my particular builds to the people that's really interested in the builds in the form of pay-per-view lectures. I mean, every single strand lick of information, I'm going to put it in lecture form. That's going to separate the people who's here only to steal, to argue, and to be negative about it. It's going to separate the ones that's negative, argumentative, and just flat out haters from the ones that's really wanting to indulge. So the ones that's going to indulge is going to indulge. They're going to be there at these pay-per-views. They're going to be there for these lectures. Hold on one second, y'all. Oh, my bad. Ooh, I forgot my drink. You got to be monetized to do members only. So maybe for those that's monetized, that members only will work. But you got to have monetization. You got to be monetized to do members only. For my channel that strictly teaches the truth, tries not to sugarcoat it, and goes directly after mainstream narratives and fallacies, they seem to not want to monetize those type of YouTube platforms. So even though I've recently just reached 40,000 subscribers this week, so shout out to all the supporters, shout out to all the followers, shout out to all the real ones that really rock with the boy and really rock with the channel. We recently just hit 40,000 subscribers here on Big Aboriginal Power platform. Shout out to everybody that does their due diligence by hitting every like button, sharing the live stream every chance they get. It really goes a long way. Subscribing to the channel, sharing the live stream, putting those hashtags out really makes a difference. So just 2.5 weeks ago, we had just hit 39,000. Recently, like I said, this week, we just hit motherfucking 40K subscribers, nigga. Huh? Name one nigga in the Aboriginal community dropping them numbers like that. I told y'all we're going to try to hit a 50 ball by the end of the year. What we start off with when I first got my channel back 3 months ago. When I got my channel back 2.5, 3 months ago, we had 32,000 subscribers. We just hit a 40 ball. That means 8,000 people then subscribe to Aboriginal Power within the last 3 months, family. That's almost 3,000 subscribers a month. You feel me? And they still shadow banding me. But I talked to Perplexity or ChatGPT, and they told me that it would take up to 6 months to a year for you to get out of the shadow band. That's what I'm, Jeremy Royster. I'm damn near doing 1,000 subscribers a week, gang. Damn near putting up because 3 weeks ago, I just hit 37, 38. I mean, it just keep going up. So I know that the way y'all hit the like button, when y'all share this, and listen, the biggest impact comes from the family that be listening in on Twitter. I can't even stress enough to the YouTube and the Twitter family. Shout out to everybody that's following me on Instagram. Shout out to everybody that's listening in on TikTok. Y'all cool, but who really makes the moves is Twitter. So every time somebody shares this on Twitter, it really helps the thing go viral. But we need y'all to put those hashtag Aboriginal Power, hashtag Tether Awareness. All one word, of course. And for those that's on YouTube, I need y'all to share this around as well. So as a matter of fact, if y'all want to give a token of appreciation to the non-monetized channel, y'all more than welcome to. The Cash App information is in the chat. If y'all want to, y'all not obligated. You know what I'm saying? But I will drop the Cash App in the chat. You see what I'm saying? If you want to give a little token of appreciation for the work, you can. You're not obligated, motherfuckers. But we do appreciate it, motherfuckers. Shout out to the real ones. You understand what I'm saying? All the real niggas in the building. Straight up. Salute to the real. And yeah, man, we're gonna do our thing, man. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat for those that anybody want to come on. I just think that we got to get back to the information. I just don't think a lot of people in this community that's new, because a lot of the OGs are kind of out doing their own thing. They're more focused in doing the community work, which is what, you know, we can multitask. Some people can't. But what I'm saying is a lot of the new brothers that do got channels, that it is making voices, that is hopping on these particular platforms and channels day after day, kind of giving some type of dialogue in the conversation, aren't really researchers. They might got a lot of information, but they're not researchers, and a researcher can't give somebody the information that is trying to search for. You know, you got to be able to convey that. You got to be able to show your work. It's like math class in elementary or middle school. Yeah, you might can solve the problem and give the answer, but how did you come up with that answer? Can you show me your work? You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes people come on and, you know, they pop it. You know, they get the running off at them lips. No offense, because I do too, quite often. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, if you talk the talk, you got to learn how to walk the walk. You understand what I'm saying? And that's some wise words from your brother, Big Aboriginal Power. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to talk the talk, my nigga, walk the walk. You see what I'm saying? So when I get out here and pop it, I done been on some of the largest platforms, the biggest platforms. I done had conversations with some of the biggest ops that goes against the indigenous information. I done had live streams and builds with some of your biggest Aboriginal indigenous personalities and channels. So your biggest and favorite ones I've had conversations with I've gave them some information, and I've got information from them. So it's been a fair exchange. And fair exchange is no robbery. You understand what I'm saying? Fair exchange is no robbery. You see what I'm saying? So the things that I'll be telling some of the young brothers and some of the new brothers that maybe they might not even be young, but they may be new, right? The things that I'm telling you is things that I've already done. If y'all not willing to do it, that's fine. But don't ridicule somebody that has done it. Because when we start challenging the word and y'all methodology and just overall information, because people think we're trying to be rude, we're trying to be spazzy, we're trying to be nitpicky. But no, when we dealing with a unit, a collective, a perspective in general, we got to be on the same page. We all can't be having different perspectives about facts, about actual truths. We got to be on the same page. You see what I'm saying? This is why we have these dialogues, and ultimately this is why we have these debates and discussions. So things that we do have in contention that we may be horned up on, we can easily get to the bottom of it. You see what I'm saying? We can easily get to the bottom of it. That's why I love to have these dialogues. And I know a lot of people do not like to have these discussions, but I like to have these discussions, man. Sometimes we can just have a back and forth build. It ain't even necessarily got to be a debate. Let's just build. You give your perspective, lay down all your facts. I give my perspective, I lay down all my motherfucking facts. And at the end of the day, the people in the viewers that's watching it get a fucking whole list of facts that they can comb through to see which ones they feel like is suitable or is accurate. In this particular case, accuracy. And so accuracy is key. One of the biggest religions that I've seen is the Abrahamic religion. Under the Abrahamic religion, there's a bunch of different factions, whether it's Christianity, Mormons, Baptist, Apostle, Presbyterian, Hebrew Israelite. It doesn't really matter. They all fall up under the same thing. And I'm starting to find another perspective that is etching their way into the religious formality. And I will have to say that is the flat earth community. Now, FMFP. You understand me? Shout out to my flat earthers. FMFP to my flat earthers. But I'm under the illusion that it's just it's a religious ideology. Yeah. It's a religious ideology, and I'm starting to see them have more and more dialogue, debate, discussions with religious people. And I believe that the flat earth could never really get into a more logical or historical logistics conversation based off it being solely in faith-based argument with anecdotal evidence and circumstantial evidence to prove his point. Root words, you never study law. You just heard people talk about law and you looked into law. You never studied law, sir. I've studied law. If you go back to look at my first 10 live streams, my oldest first live streams on this platform, they're about law. I went through common law 1, common law part 2, common law part 3, common law part 4, common law part 5. Very in-depth, deep conversations about common law. For those that don't know common law, that is another term for the United States Constitutional, or the peoples that ordained to establish this said Constitution, which is a whole separate conversation where we're getting into legal conversation. In contrast, someone said I walked the walk, man. My bad. Somebody threw me up. They loud as hell outside. Don't know what's going on. English, common law. Well, American is common law. Common law really didn't exist in England like that, did it? They had Black's law. They was running up under Black's law. They don't really got a common law dictionary or definition for common law in England, even though that some of the earlier set people may have adopted and borrowed concepts that those monarch systems used in Europe. For instance, like the citizens being non-human, or what we would call fictional entities, or what we call a person. A person. Yeah, that's a fake person. That's an artificial entity. That's what we're talking about. So when you became the peoples or one of the peoples, right, you became a person. And once they made you a person, they wrote it in law. They gave you a certificate of live birth, which in this case means that you was live at birth, but died shortly afterward. That's what a certificate of live birth is. It's making you a dead artificial entity until presumably recognizing yourself as a live flesh and blood human being. This is documented. This is what we call the Borrowed Act from London of the 1666 Cestui Act, or the Cestui Act of 1666. The Cestui Act of 1666 is what I'm talking about. So this is how you get bonded within a contract, a conceptual contract with fingerprint, signature, and all. They even put the baby footprint on there, or fingerprint in this case, to take about it. Now, let me drop the link in the chat for anybody that want to challenge me, because I will dog anybody out on law. Let's get the first victim up here. Root words. Come first, come serve. Now, root words, make your way to the front of the teacher's desk to come talk with your brother Aboriginal Power. No, the Cestui Act is not French. That is England. It was created in London. And it's actually a Latin term. The term Cestui is actually a Latin term. A Latin term that would have been borrowed from all municipalities. So if you want to come up here, I would love to educate you, young Root, because obviously you're not walking the walk. Now, if you want to talk about squatting and adverse possession and things of that nature, maybe you have a little more lenient and you can probably walk the walk and talk the talk with that topic. But even then, I will take you down through the ringer. So what's going on, brother? Absolutely. We got Absolutely in the panel with us. Peace and
bang,
peace.
bang, balance, Bell. Hey, man, keep it up. Everything you're doing is definitely paying off. We listen.
For sure, for sure. I like to listen too. And sometimes we got to spark a conversation to get people into a bag so they can really get to where they're trying to get to. Sometimes we try to slow roll it.
Yeah. That's what this is all about, man. Debating is actually a good thing. Again, that's all they're doing in politics, politically debating each other. And whoever has the best debate actually succeeds, the one that lost that debate, and gets more power.
Right.
Those people that are over you and I. So debating must be doing some good somewhere. So we better keep this up.
Yeah, man, I think it's good. We haven't had a good debate in a minute. I think a lot of people are scared to get in that ring. I like to see some of the brothers get in there and get in that ring. If you bring in information, somebody challenge it, and after so long, it's only so much challenging you can do. Why not get in the ring and lock in? Why not get in the ring and lock in?
No, you're absolutely right, man. And I heard you touch on the flat earth a little bit. So that's one thing I think that should be locked in also within the community realm that we got going on, that you guys have built from the ground up. So from the ground up, man, it's been beautiful. So just add a little flavor to what you guys are already stirring up, man. Shit, I got a spoon and I'm stirring with you guys. So
right, man. Nah, it definitely pays off, you know. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. We got Shy Son in here. Shout out to Shy Son.
Shout out to Big AP, man. AP, absolutely. I ain't staying long. I came to say to Slow TK to produce a source for a white African being called a Negro or coming to or being brought to America as a slave. Stop chatting and produce your sources. Stop making up claims. Just produce your source for a white African coming to America as a slave or being called Negro in America, Africa, you're anywhere in the 1700s. Shout out to AP, man.
Now that's actually a valid question, and I believe it's a good dialogue. I don't think someone could just answer it within one breath, though, brother Shy Son, because we know that when we get into the part that we're trying to get into, which when we're dealing with the transatlantic, that's a history of a movement that's happening. That's a system. That's an institution of things. And most importantly, when we dive in, we get to the part that we call the Middle Passage, right? That's the most familiar part throughout the transatlantic for most people, brother Shy Son, is the Middle Passage. This is when we start getting into the heavy African network, right? That happened for a few years, right? So, but what I'm saying is when we get into some of the raw documents, not some of the revived documents, but the actual primaries, do the primaries state that these captured slaves or cargo, are they specifying that there are Negro in the actual documents, in original documents?
Yeah, some of the whatchamacallit say. I could show you some first I'm gonna give you what you looking for. I could show you slave ads that just say African. I could show you that. But
okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like nobody's denying that the vague part, because like you got people like OTK saying, "Oh, how do you know the difference?" Right? So again, you would have to show me, not you, him, because he making a claim that is white white people are being called African in the 1600s, or I don't want to say he's saying
I
they
won't
called
disagree
Negro.
with OTK there, but there's a twofold to this. Wait.
Let me land.
No,
AP.
I with you because I heard you the first time. I just want to.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go to the slave ads. What I'm saying in the slave ads, I mean the ship, like a lot of the ship manifests that they do have is just mulatto, color or like brown or black, Negro. It don't say white on there. So
I know, but what I'm saying is most often it really doesn't say Negro. It maybe say black. It maybe say mulatto.
I've seen some that say black and mulatto. I even seen some that said like brown, like yellowish brown.
I'm not talking about any documentation that's talking about slaves already here, right? I'm talking about the ship manifesto.
That's what I'm saying. AP, I've seen ship manifest. Wait. AP, I'm talking about ship manifest. I've seen ship manifest that got their complexion as like yellowish brown, like yellowish. It don't even always say brown or Negro.
No, you're right. That's what I want to get to. That's where I want to get to, because it doesn't specify black, Negro, or color. It kind of give you mostly, sometimes in later documents when you start seeing the color black, Negro, color, and those are mostly coming from documents that is stretching really from after the 1808.
But look, AP, we could boil it down. He got to show me that it was white people, what we consider white people, being enslaved in places like Ghana.
Up here, nigga.
Okay, well, listen.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
hold on, I'm with you, because listen, I'm not opposed to white people being called African.
Me neither.
Africans in the 1600s.
Me neither.
I would even go a step farther and say that white people was probably first referred to an African, or a derivative of, rather African, Afrikaan, Afrikaner, whatever derivative of that as an ethnic group or a racial classification, before any Negro in that continent had that. You see what I'm saying?
That's cool, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I could throw away the African term when I'm looking at a slave ad from South Carolina, where he from. It's saying 20 new Negroes, 100 new Negroes from the Windward Rice Coast. It's not saying white people. That's why I say we don't have. Let's just say it is white people over there. We know that if black people. No,
So let me
wait,
ask you
wait,
this.
wait, wait.
Let me ask
AP,
you
do
this,
not
Hassan.
protect them. Wait,
Do you
AP, you
disagree?
protecting
I'm
them
not
because
trying to
this ain't
protect.
even about you,
I
AP.
just want to get an understanding from you. Do you disagree that it was white people taken from the continent of Africa, labeled as African, that was also enslaved here too? Do you disagree with
No,
that?
that's no. There's no,
Okay,
that's
okay, cool.
yeah. What you just said is
I
is
disagree with that
completely.
shit. All that shit fake.
No, wait,
Well,
wait, wait. Let me say
I'll
what I'm
get
about
to
to
you
say,
in a
and I'm gonna
second.
leave
You stay
so I can
right
be
there.
clear.
You don't go nowhere. I'm going to dog you out in just a second. You stay right there.
I'm not being mean. I was just adding to the conversation, and I think all
Wait,
that
hold
shit
on, root
fake.
words. Hold on, root words. I want to
I
say
got
this.
you.
In a place like for instance, we in America, right? We know it's different types of Americans today. We got white people, we got black people, we got Chinese people, we got all types of people, right? When you say a black American, you in general sense, you know who they talking about. You're not getting black and white confused, right, AP? Root words, absolutely. Nigga silent.
I didn't hear what you said. My fault.
I said in general sense, when we say black people, you know who we talking about, right? Root words.
Yes, people that's Aboriginal to America.
No, I'm just saying, like, if somebody tell you, oh, that's a black guy, you're not gonna think of a white person, right? Like in
Correct.
today's time. Correct,
Correct.
right?
I get what you're
So
saying.
so I'm telling OTK that when we looking at slave ads of people in Africa, they're saying new Negroes from Africa. They don't call white people Negroes in Africa. Not in the
Now this is
1600s or 1700s. So why do we have to be confused
now
about who they
shotgun.
talking about, if that
Now
makes sense?
now top son. The first time I heard of this crazy stuff, I cussed Dociana and Mama Chief out. But when you and Dociana was on my page on another channel, she proved evidence out of a book that said that white people was being called Negroes and they wasn't mixed. So she pulled out evidence and you couldn't refute her evidence, brother. And I digress.
I
Bro,
got
y'all
proof.
never even gave me. I wasn't
I
even in
also
that.
got proof.
I
Well,
wasn't
listen,
even in that
let's just
combo.
take it a step farther just to help. Because I'm playing both sides. I'm a rational guy when it comes to information. There is document that specifies that white people in the 1600s were definitely called black.
But see, we talking about coming from Africa as slaves, bro. Y'all got to stay in context, bro.
Okay.
Y'all have to stay in context.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, yeah, even from coming from Africa, we're talking about in general. White people in general was identified as that. So
All right,
now
so
we
again,
know that the labels were mislabeled. Like in one document, you can see something that says Negro, something that says color, something that says black, something that says African, and 4 different documentation over 4 different eras with one person being classified as different things. So we know that the term black can be applied to multiple different races, and it's documented that the term black in the 1600s was applied to one group of people in particular.
so what I'm saying, AP, when I read a slave ad that says 20 new Negroes from the Windward Rice Coast or from any place in Africa, you telling me that these are white people? Not you. I'm saying that why would I think that those are white people when I know in history back that far they're not never calling nobody white Negroes. Benjamin Franklin in his description of people when he talk about Africa, he never calls nobody white over there. Mind you, white people, by the time Benjamin Franklin do his description of everybody around the world, white people that been in Africa probably over 300 years by the time he makes that description, and he still don't call them Negroes. So I'm a little confused, like, why are we, like I said, if I say, yo, AP, it was a Chinese dude, you're not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, that might have been a black dude or a white dude. You know exactly what I'm talking about. There's no reason to even think that I'm talking about a white person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, no,
niggas is
what
goofy.
I'm saying is if we're dealing with English people, Dutch colonists, Portuguese, and other European nations, right? Even Britain, in certain instances, when they're labeling white people in these particular situations, because you can't deny the fact that white people were in these areas. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm granting him that.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is the document says that the term black often was used to describe one group of people, but sometimes it described another group of people. And this is according to history. You can just go to Anamon and just look up the term, just go to black, and it is going to describe what it means, who it was described to, and what it meant.
Hey, man, all he got to do is show me what we consider white people being enslaved in Ghana, the Rice Coast, and he got to show me the Portuguese calling these white people. Even in the Barbary trade, I can give him the Barbary.
Are you familiar with the book White Slave African Masters?
Hold on. No. Wait, watch this.
Power. His source is fake because it plainly says that Portuguese in 1450s, when the Moors was in charge, went to the Bantu that people already had named and said there's Negro with no evidence of that. It's just a lie. His whole source. So let him read his source.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
What you was about to say the Portuguese was saying.
No, that's what I'm saying. Those people, the Portuguese, when they go to these places, right? And they meeting people in Angola and stuff like that. First of all, he got to prove, because OTK claim is, it's all this white Barbary slave trade. Show me white people being enslaved in places like Ghana, Angola. Show me white people being enslaved. They're being called Negroes. Then if we go to the Barbary trade, we could throw West Africa out. We could throw that in the garbage. Let's go to the Barbary trade that they always talking about. Show me white people being called Negroes. Fake, Listen, I'm not making no claims. He is. Show me white people during the Barbary trade being called Negroes. That's all you gotta do.
I'm going to entertain this, bro. Dosiana already pulled evidence. My fault.
Son, you can't call you. You're not going to find them being called that.
Thank you, AP. Thank you, AP.
But you're going to find them being called black, though. You see what I'm saying? Because when we get to the word black today, it's easily going to be equated to Negro. So that's why it could be some confusion, because you're not going to see them being called Negro, but you will be seeing them is called black.
But AP, what I'm doing, wait. AP, what I'm doing is, though, because he keep trying to say that the slaves, he keep trying to insinuate that the Negro slaves that we seeing on paper being brought to America is actually white people. That's what he keeps saying. So I know how to book.
I don't think he's saying every.
Yes, he is. AP. I've been having this conversation with him for a whole year now.
Listen, he's not saying everyone.
Yo, AP, do not let that nigga listen. I heard the nigga multiple times. I've been had this conversation with him. I'm helping him. The way he could prove that that's true is show me white people being enslaved in these regions where they got the slaves from. The Homie tribe, the Ghana, the Cremonti, the Akan. Show me those people being white.
Now I'm asking you this: where did the so-called Europeans go to get slaves at?
Multiple places. I just named 3 places, bro.
Okay, in the continent of Africa,
Ghana.
Hey, bro, in the continent of Africa,
Angola.
Bro, in the continent of Africa, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now Dosey showed a book, which I don't agree with none of this shit, but she showed a book showing white people being called Negro slaves, bro. And
bro,
it wasn't
that white person.
I ain't cut you off. I did not cut you off, brother. Thank you. She did 3 different scenarios of how a white Negro could be a slave, and then the last one she showed is of a white person that was not mixed, that was in slavery. So where did that white person come from?
Did that have anything to do with Africa? Because according to y'all, ain't nobody come from Africa. So why are we talking about that?
He's changing the subject, y'all.
No,
he's plainly saying that.
First of all, I'm not even talking
to you. Tell me when you done, bro, so I could just explain to you what I'm talking about.
First of all, I'm not. This ain't even direct. Your name ain't OTK. 1, 2. You causing confusion,
bro. OTK ain't up here, so I'm talking for.
Bro. I'm talking to AP though. I'm talking to AP though.
Well, I'm talking to you.
All right, so wait till I'm done. What I'm telling you is, AP, the book that this goofy nigga talking about is about a supposed white Negro from Louisiana. That don't got nothing to do with Africa in the 1600s. So I don't know why you bringing that up.
Okay, like I'm bringing that up. I'm bringing that up for this reason.
We're not talking about the 1800s.
Bro, why can't you let me land my plane?
Because we're not talking about the 1800s.
Bro, I'm allowed to talk. This is America. I am talking about this subject.
Hey, AP. Like I said,
I'm saying? He don't like to do that
I'm not talking to you.
Bro, who cares? OTK ain't up here and you fucked the whole conversation up, bro.
Bro, I'm not even.
Let me interject.
Bro, I was up here talking.
Hey, Paul, tell him not to cut me off, please. I ain't cut him off. He said let him land. He landed his plane.
Bro, you
He
make
landed his
everything
plane.
corny.
Let me
Nobody's
land
talking
my
to you.
plane. Quit acting like a kid. Let me land my plane. I didn't cut you off. Now this is what
Bro,
I'm
talk to
saying.
somebody else. I'm not talking to
Okay,
you.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to
Thank you,
OTK.
brother.
There you go. OTK, here you go. OTK, when the white person, he said that was in Louisiana, that was considered a slave, where did they come from?
Louisiana, nigga.
Where did
We
they come
talking about
from?
Africa.
I'm talking
We
about,
talking
if
about
we got black
Louisiana. We
people
talking
over
about
here,
Africa.
according to you, if we're talking about black people, according to you,
We
that are
talking about
slaves that
black
come from,
people in
see, he won't even let
Africa.
me land my plane.
We're
Look at him,
talking
y'all,
about
because he
black
know he's
people in
lying.
Africa.
Bro, he won't even let me land my
Are
plane
we
and get
talking
my
about
point off.
Africa or
Bro,
Louisiana?
I'm talking about,
Let him finish, gang. Let him finish.
damn, this
Goofy
nigga got,
nigga.
hey, man, he do this. That's why I kicked him off my channel. He don't even know how
I
to have a
don't care,
conversation.
nigga. You goofy, nigga.
I don't
Nobody's
care
talking to
neither. You
you.
don't know how to have a real conversation. You
I'm
have
not
issues, my
talking to
nigga.
you. I'm not
Bro,
talking to you.
Hold on. We having a good conversation. Let's get to the bottom of it. But it's hard for us to really get to the bottom of it. And when I got to work on this, but we gotta let people fully finish so you can really hear it. And sometimes the last 20, 30 seconds of somebody's spiel be the most critical part. You know what I'm saying? Like saving the best for last, or not last but not least type shit. So let people fully finish their dialogue so you can fully respond to it and rebuttal it properly. That's all I ask for you guys. You grown men. Of course, we're gonna have a little energy. It's turned up around this bitch. So, but at least allow people to fully speak for themselves. I'm allow Root Words to get it out, though, Shot Son, and then you can get whatever rebuttal you want in. Let's get it, Root.
okay, when Shot Son and all these crazies talk about slavery, which I disagree with, they say that black people over here come from slaves and Negroes. That's where they come from, slaves. So there's proof over here that there was white people called Negroes. And I asked a simple question.